Surely no one is crazy enough to start a full EU5 campaign resting on the back of a sole ruler living to old age, because in real life he died in his 70s, even though most characters in this game don't make it past 50. Timur's just died. And surely you wouldn't play for a full 24 hours in a single campaign to get an achievement that multiple people in stream chat, people on the forums, and even big content creators for the game have said is bugged and unachievable. No way! It's gonna be one of them. And if you have enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe if you wouldn't mind. I basically restarted my channel from the beginning on YouTube, and I'm going to be making lots and lots more EU5 content going forward, all the way hopefully until an EU6. So like I say, I really appreciate a subscribe and a like, and if you are feeling very fancy, maybe even a comment. I'd really love to hit a sub goal. I'd like to see if we can hit 1,000 subs by the end of next year. I'd really like to see if we can do 500 by the end of this year, as we're already over halfway, but I do appreciate it's only a month to go, so that is quite ambitious. But like I said, I had a lot of fun making this video, and it's probably the most ambitious video I've made in quite some time. So if you have enjoyed, please do consider hitting that subscribe and that like button. And if you'd like to see me continue this campaign as well, please do leave a comment letting me know, as this was a lot of fun, but it did take a lot of time to make. So I'd love to know your guys' feedback if you'd like to see me do a second part of this where I continue the run, or if you guys would like to see me just start on something new and make some new different videos of different campaigns. Anyway, thanks guys, hope you enjoy the video. Alright guys, we are here as Barlas. Well, we're not in yet, we're just starting up in Iron Man mode as Barlas. We are going to be doing the Mughal Achievement and a Mughal run, doing it as Barlas because, as far as I'm aware, at the current version of the game, Barlas is the only one that can actually spark the achievement, although it is intended for any Chagatai Horde member to be able to spark the achievement. And also, just because Barlas is the nation that has a young Timur in their court, and that means we get control over his education, which can be kind of important. I do intend to give him an expensive education, so I am going to cut all expenses where possible here, get as much money in the pocket, and get him that expensive education so he'll be as good as he can be. Other than that, if you're doing just a standard Timurid run, it is pretty much AFK till 1360, unfortunately, so I will be just disappearing to AFK in just a moment until the Timur event fires. But basically, yes, what I'm going to be doing is, because of the way the nature of the event is, when Timur spawns, no matter who you're playing as, when Timur spawns, it's a fresh nation with all of the decisions up until that point decided by the AI. So nothing I do really matters as Barlas, so I'm just going to keep them semi-stable so that I have some land to inherit and educate Timur, so I get some money to educate him. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty much just AFKing until the event fires, basically, in 1360. So I'll see you guys there. Okay, we've got the rise of Timur Khan. I gave him an expensive education. Honestly, I think they may have soft nerfed either the education or Timur himself, because this is the lowest Diplo skill I've ever had as him, and I did about 6 runs as the Timurids over the weekend while I was streaming, and every single time I had over 90 admin, over like 85 mil, and always over like 85 or 90 Diplo. So I mean, I had him as 199 at one point. Unfortunately, this is not going to be the case. It's going to be 181 because he does get an event to improve his mil. But that aside, for the Horde, you know, we get annexed. Let's slow down the game. A bunch of people chose to join us this time. That's quite good. Let's set our rivals. We're going to rival Chagatai. I don't really want to rival the Golden Horde, but I don't really want the extra antagonism, so we're going to go with it. No one massively great on advisors, but still, as long as they've got good mill and good admin, or one or the other, I'm probably going to need primarily mill anyway to begin with, because we are going to be... Oh, actually... Yeah, okay, this guy's got good Diplo, cool. Subconsciously, I must have thought about it, because we want one guy on diplomatic endeavors, because we are going to be dodging a whole load of coalitioning. We want the Horde unity, because that's our biggest expense, is cost of court. We're going to not muck about too much with any of this stuff, but at least not for the beginning portion. Also, I know 81 is still really good for any normal leader for Diplo skill, But as Timur, we really want to dodge some coalitions, so we really need his Diplo rep to be as high as humanly possible. Wonderful. The AI took diplomatic traditions. Right, what age bonus did the AI take? Please tell me they took Diplo. They didn't. They took Mill. It's okay. Like, it works because non-culture levy size is really going to benefit us because we are going to be switching to a monarchy because I want to do a sort of semi-historical, you know, lore-accurate Timurid run. And there's also another big bonus with the monarchy that I'll show off later. It's a couple of big bonuses actually with switching to a monarchy as the Timurids. And if you do it while Timur is still alive, you get to do it for basically free, which is a really, really worthwhile. Right, so we've done our setup, we've gone for our basic researches. There's not really anything else that I want to muck about with. I think I'm just going to raise my levies and go for it. We got a pretty good minor thing, but it's quite nice. Chagatai has expanded slightly into the India region while I was sort of AFKing, which is quite nice. I haven't seen them do that before, so that's a little start to us. I'm going to be sweeping down into Persia, trying to clean up as much of Persia as possible while Timur is still alive and make it a core region and become a monarchy. Although I am also going to dip a little bit into India because I think just to be as efficient with it as possible, we do need to just kind of go in as many different directions as we can. As obviously as an army-based nation, you can declare war with levies raised. You can't even disband levies except manually, which is kind of irritating. We're going to plan an invasion is what we're going to do on these guys for some reason. I don't know why those guys specifically, just the first one that came to mind. And we're just going to go for it. Honestly, it says we're weaker. It doesn't matter, we're Timur. If you don't know any of the special things about Timur, you are missing out big time. He's an absolutely insane commander with some insane bonuses. So I'm going to just immediately snatch up as much land as humanly possible. What I basically want to do is solidify enough of a power base here without you know, overextending to get more rebellions and get myself as close to or into India if possible. He's got really good siege because of his admin ability. Admin and mill really are the most important stats for Timur. You need the crown power, you need the siege ability, and you need... did I say mill? I meant Diplo. You need the diplomatic reputation. He's got a ton of traits for military. He's got a really good standing army until you reform as a monarchy. You don't really need mill skill desperately. It helps. It's always good to have as any leader that leads the army, but it's not essential. The essential thing is to siege quickly so you can take land and stop coalitions. Alright, so we're just kind of cleaning up here. We unfortunately lost a battle, but then we went on to just annihilate the rest of their army. That's why Timur's forces are looking a little thinner than you might remember. It's winter, so I can't unsiege this. We took everything that we wanted to take, thankfully, because Chagatai, unfortunately I can't show you now, but because Chagatai managed to annex this subject somehow, we got it all as cores, which is really nice, but we were going to get all of Persia as cores anyway, through the core region mechanic. We unfortunately got our CVs on Persia a little earlier than we were hoping to, so we do have to kind of move a bit quickly to secure Persia, because we have, unfortunately, I think CVs just don't last long enough in this game. I think that's a big complaint that a lot of people have had. Most of these CVs are 4 years long, which is not really long enough to plan a war. Especially if it's like you get a random CV on your ally, you have a 5-year truce with your ally. So, you know, the CVs they just don't last long enough. In fact, I don't even need to unsiege these. I'm stopping this war because I want to move on. That's cool. First war won. Perfect. We can raise more levies because we've taken more land. You can raise them as you go. I did raise a couple as I went, but because I was so occupied, I just stopped doing it. Their capital's not in Persia either. It's Herat, which is in Khorasan. So I actually can't attack anyone right now unless I want to just skip these guys out completely. I'm gonna plan an invasion on these guys, and I'm gonna cover the south first. I like to cover the south first. It means that there's less people exposed to antagonism opinion of you, and it's just generally quite helpful. And we're gonna go in, just straight in, no time wasted. I do want to we want to get some laws implemented immediately if we can. What law do we want to go for? First law I normally go for is favour the crown, because this doesn't actually give noble power, does it? Maybe we'll go for this one. No, we still want to go favour the crown because we want to get our crown power as high as humanly possible. We'll loosen levy obligations because that doesn't matter because we've already raised our levies. And we will get... I kind of want to get rid of Mongol law because it gives legislative efficiency -10. Legislative efficiency is a direct conversion to your aggressive expansion. So I think we're going to get rid of that now. I'd like to take these guys as a subject, but I don't really want to annex all of Samar. Although it would be a good step into India, it's the wrong part of India. I would quite like to go into... Oh, I might be able to get a third law. I'd quite like to go up into Hindustan, really. I mean, getting in here would be kind of cool, I guess. Most of these guys are subjects of Delhi, or at least they were. Delhi's already begun to collapse. That's early in my experience. I mean, I think they're supposed to have collapsed this early, but most of the games that I see, Delhi do not collapse this early, which is, honestly, if anything, just a bit irritating. We're going to slow down our conquest the deeper we go because we want to, like I say, coalition dodge a little bit. We're already upsetting people quite strongly because we are just simply annexing nations. So, how have I got on my Cassis Bella? 66. So I've still got 3 years, but like 3 years to conquer all of this, like, I don't know what the game thinks I am, but I'm not that. We can take out all of these guys in this one war. But we're going to need to very, very carefully juggle our antagonism in order to pull it off. Another thing to note is every now and again you'll get these events where you get the choice between antagonism or cultural tradition. Now, cultural tradition is basically a defensive stat for your culture. It doesn't actually give you any specific benefit. Cultural influence is what you want if you want to convert others. Cultural tradition just stops them converting you. I always go for this option. Sometimes you'll get a third option as well. Both of them are fine. There's nothing wrong with both of them. But yeah, this one, if you're conquering and you want to conquer quickly, this is really the one you need. The other thing to bear in mind as well is you'll notice that I'm only improving with certain nations. For example, I'm improving with Hormuz, but I'm not improving with these two. And that's because subjects cannot join coalitions unless the overlord is in the coalition, obviously. So I don't really care about any subjects that get mad. There are times where the Jalarids, who obviously have all these guys as subjects, every single one of them will be fuming, but these guys are fine, doesn't matter. You can have 15 OPMs in your coalition. If their overlord doesn't care, doesn't matter for you. Another important thing is put your subjects on passive, otherwise they will just go around sieging provinces and get you a massive coalition. Right, so Hormuz still doesn't care, so I'm going to go north and take out these guys, or at least start taking them out. The problem is when improving stops working, you have to stop. So you don't want to overdo it to the point where improving doesn't even do anything anymore. You want to keep moving, but you want to move at a nice pace. You don't want to rush it. You don't want to stop. If you keep moving at a steady pace, you can just keep going for a very, very long time and get a lot out of it. If you go too hard early on, you have to stop entirely, and it doesn't really work. You have to keep Timur alive is the thing. Historically, Timur lived to quite an old age. He lived until about 1504, which would make him in his 70s, I believe. But in my luck, with the RNG in this game, I've had Timur generally die after turning 50, which obviously is not ideal, but you know what you gotta do. It's standard for RNG for Paradox games, I would say. Another important thing to take in note as well is not really thinking about it. I annexed the war leader. Now you got to be aware when that happens, someone else will take over being the war leader and they can call their allies in. Now in this circumstance, it has worked out for me because Hormuz is actually quite a valuable location to take anyway, because it's a good trade node for getting institutions in, but also they have a subject as well, and they're actually the only person that is slightly annoyed at me right now. Despite all I've done, I annexed these guys, taking their subject. Yeah, taking their subject. Sorry, the colour was a bit weird there. I didn't know they were mine. And I have also just about to finish these guys. Sieging forts as well. There's a fort in Herat, and there's a fort over here, which actually I'm going to delete now that I remember. There are also really good ways to stall your antagonism growth, just by sitting on a fort for a while. Timur siege is really, really fast, but sitting on the fort definitely slows it down. Obviously, as opposed to normal provinces that siege almost in an instant. We've actually managed to control our aggression very, very well. which honestly impressively well. We did get an event for competent diplomacy, which gave us additional 2 Diplo rep, which is massive. We got another lower antagonism event from the Timur situation. And we've just been kind of, every now and again, we've just been pausing, letting a month tick go by or 2. We've been improving with as many people as we can. I think we get extra Diplo for competent diplomacy as well, or something. Yeah, we do, which has been really helping us. And Call for Peace is giving us extra diplomats, which is enabling us to improve far, far more. So we're able to just completely avoid a coalition in this instance. If I was going to be really, really bold and really attempt to min-max this, I would go for core region on Hindustan instead of Persia. But realistically, the sort of second half of the run, once the Mughals is formed, is going to be all in India, so I will be accepting the cultures and coring it anyway. Having cores on all of Persia without having to accept a single culture is just quite strong, especially when you plan to accept these cultures regardless. What we want to do here is we do want to take out Hormuz and take them, because it's 2 subjects for only the antagonism of taking Hormuz. It's, like I say, a very valuable location, and again, it's someone else who's already really mad at us that won't exist. So we really want to get that done. What we're going to need to do, because we are unfortunately a nation that just cannot build ships, is we're going to probably want to hire a mercenary leader, whoever can have the most ships. Or in fact, no, whoever's got the best stats for fighting would be better. This guy can only take 3 ships though. If they have 1 ship, which they do, we won't be able to get onto Hormuz to siege it, and therefore we won't be able to win. So we are going to have to do that. Oh no, they're not even going to block us. We spent all that money on mercs for no reason. We actually spent all that money on mercs for no reason. Okay, well that's fine. Honestly, would rather have them and not need them than need them and not have them. I thought I'd get the game early rather than finding out if I needed them first, but you know, whatever, it's fine. We no longer have our war go on the Persians. 1 war was the war go on Persia, but then again, of course, we did make the war last longer than needed. Again, Timur is a really good siege commander. He's 100 admin, which gives a big siege bonus, and but what bonus does it give? There you go, 10% siege ability from being 100 admin. And then he also has the trait strategist, which gives 25%. So he is quite ridiculous when it comes to sieging. Right, we've cleaned up that war. We got away with virtually no antagonism. Right, so I'm going to take a stab hit for declaring war on the Inuits, but I want to get it out of the way. They really like me, so I'm going to take a stab hit doing it. I'm going to go straight in for this. I'm not going to take any land off their subjects again, because I don't want the antagonism. I'm going to take as much land off them as I can, getting the subjects, and hopefully we'll integrate them as soon as I can. Alright, that's upsetting their subjects, but not really anyone else, so we push on. We need to annex these guys quick enough so that we can then go on to annex their subjects in good time. Again, Timur's not going to live forever. He's only 41 at the moment. Hopefully he's got easily another 15 years in him. But in my test games, he's died early every time. Now, I've got really bad luck. The RNG is always against me, but hopefully this time he lives to about 70. We'll see. We'll see, because I would like to do an actual war on Delhi, because fighting Delhi with Timur is an entirely different experience to fighting Delhi without. Fighting Delhi without Timur is just hoping that you don't lose too badly. Fighting Delhi with Timur is just hoping you don't win too much and get a coalition that never ends. This is absolutely a possibility that someone rebels in land that you've not even finished conquering yet. And it is very annoying, and it is quite painful to deal with, because it will cause you antagonism and there is nothing you can do about it. If you were any other normal nation, you'd get no antagonism from this, because you just siege down a couple provinces, beat their army up and go. But yeah, you're not. You're the Timurids, so antagonism it is. Nothing you can do about it. Okay, so I now want to look back towards India. First I want to... we don't have the money! Oh no! Okay, we're going to need to do that ASAP, because we get lots and lots of levies from having cores. So we're going to strip down our economy as tightly as we can. We're literally going to limit everything. Once you get core region, every province that you own in that region will become a core, and any province you gain in that region while the situation is ongoing will become a core. So it is something we really do need to do. It just gives us a baseline of like 15 to 20 control in every single province. So we're gonna hold off on a monarchy for now because we want to declare war on Delhi with levies raised so we can snatch a couple provinces and then leave. We do want to do the monarchy while because it's basically free. I mean, what does it cost? 20 horde unity, that's it, to become a monarchy. The only other requirement is the situation. So, and we become an empire as well, which means more cabinet members. So we do want to do it. I do want to attack Delhi while we have the upper hand, but we only have the upper hand in that we can steal loads of land. That's kind of it. If he engages our armies right now, we're in big trouble, so I kind of want to get more Persian land because it's core. That's kind of where I'm at. We're just wrapping up this war, and we've just had the Just Causes event. So I'm thinking it's probably time to go to one of these guys. I mean, Delhi would make more sense if I can cause Delhi to collapse. That's amazing. Okay, right, so we've consolidated a little bit. We're making a bit of money now. We've destroyed some forts that we just simply didn't need. There are some forts that I thought the game starts with, but I guess the AI must have deleted them before I got here. So I think we're about ready. I mean, we've only got 12,000 troops. Delhi... Yeah, Delhi's got more. Wish I could call my ally in, but, you know... Instability, but, you know... Delhi's a very sensitive soul. If we could do this in 2 wars, it'd be a lot better. Alright, well, I just had the worst bit of luck. Timurid's just died. Alright, we stack wiped Delhi's army eventually after catching them. It took us a minute, but we caught them. Hopefully our vassals, we'll see. We have 2 rebellions, because the second Timur dies, this run is... If you haven't stabilized, which I haven't, the run is essentially over when Timur dies. Alrighty, so we have basically just been not quite AFKing, but just kind of fixing up our nation, not really doing anything massive. We did a tiny war literally against a 1 location nation. I haven't even moved my army, that happened ages ago. That's how kind of semi-AFK I've been. I planned another war against these guys, but never ended up doing it because they just love me. They were 150 after I insulted them earlier. That's kind of where we're at the moment. I'm just kind of trying to reinvent my nation, really. I'm starting to get some pops promoted, which is why I'm starting to get some money. Very slowly I'm getting pops promoted. I'm trying to build libraries everywhere where I already have burghers to fill them. Kabul would be my chosen capital if I could. I had to research all of the starting laws that monarchies get, but I did give myself itinerant court because of the proximity and move capital cost, because I would like to keep my capital moving about for now. I will get an event. I completely forgot. I hadn't been integrating Herat this whole time. You do get an event to move your capital to Herat, and you get an event to change your culture to Afghani or Afghan. I haven't got that event yet. I think the Afghan culture event is tied to how long it's been since Timur died. He died 20 years ago. Really, I should have had that event then. He died 20 years ago. I'm pretty sure it's tied to how long ago he died, so I should get an event soon to convert my culture down into Afghan, and an event to move my capital to Herat, but I have taken the itinerant court anyway, just to allow me to progress a little bit. That is really rough. It's really rough. And because of his stats loss, we've lost the... No. Well, that's not good. Here we go. This is a really good reform. The Timurid D1 government reform gives an extra gov reform, so it pays for itself. 20% cultures, 10% legislative efficiency, and decentralization, which sucks. But honestly, primary culture Afghan is good, and I can form Persia. I didn't see that one coming. I've not seen that formable before. I've genuinely not seen that formable before. He retreated? What? That works in my favour. I don't know why that's happened, but it works in my favour. Oh. I see what he's done. This AI is horrid. This AI is horrid. Who's out there saying that the AI is too stupid and never plays aggressive? This AI, first of all, this AI declared on me even though it was a one-man coalition, and I have an alliance block, which is not uncommon. They regularly declare on you. But also, he's fake retreating. He's fake retreating to stack white besieging armies. Why did they go back down? Ah, here we go. Herat becomes our new capital. I do think for now, Herat is probably a better province. To be fair, could tank my income, but right now I think it's probably a better province to have. To be honest, I have itinerant court, so if I regret that, I can always move it back. Although Herat's currently not cored, so that's all good. I really thought you only get the event once it's cored, but hey, it's all tied to different things. But again, if they fake retreat, it still just buys me time. 500 days and we're at peace. That is a year. Right, so obviously every year, but did this man just get assault ability? Did this man? He's got really good siege stats. Oh, we're screwed. Or are we? I guess we're not. We lost more men, but we won the battle, and we should be able to win the siege. Do we have any professionals left? The state in which he's violated my army, no. Do you know what? I can ask for a white peace. There's no point in letting the game try and enforce it. Although I feel like there's a potential for me to get more, I think I'm pushing my luck. Like, these ally numbers are starting to dwindle now. I think I come back later with professional troops, given that Delhi clearly has professional armies, because they just obliterated me on site. Their casualties tell me they've got guns. That's what that is. Now Delhi can't coalition me again, at least. So now I've got time to relax, build up my nation, and strike back at a better time. Alright guys, so we are back. It is a new day. We are just kind of restoring our nation. I'm kind of 5-speeding at the moment, so I'm just going to pause for a moment there. We're just kind of restoring our nation. I played basically up until just gone midnight. I start work at 8 in the morning, and then I worked and then I recorded after, so I was pretty tired. I think you can kind of hear it in the last clip there, so apologies for that. But we're back. It's a new day. We're essentially in a process of getting the institution to spread within us as much as possible. We're trying to cultivate it where we can. Obviously these two is not going to happen, but at least professional armies would be quite good. Our economy can definitely support some professional troops. Then we're going to go down into India. This is a bigger Delhi than I was hoping for, but to be honest, it's a smaller Delhi than any of my previous Timurid runs, so it's not too bad. But ideally you want as many smaller states in India as possible, so you can just move state by state. A too big a Delhi and you will just get coalitioned out and die, which has definitely happened to me a lot with some of the bigger Delhis. So that's kind of the plan. We're going to hope for that and see what happens. But yeah, basically we're just going to be doing a bit of economic build-up. Could take quite a while, but we're going to just prepare ourselves as much as possible to go into India and just keep moving, essentially. We also need to keep coring the lands that we've conquered, because we don't even have our capital cored, and some of this we'll get some cores on as well once we have integrated it, so that'll be quite nice. We are just about ready to take the institution. I'm actually going to take it now, because we are also going to expand into these guys once our CB is ready. And the only thing that we really are lacking is food. So once we've also stockpiled some research. So I want to get the research for the armories as quick as possible and get down that line so that we can get better troops and actually go on the offensive against some other nations, to be honest. But yeah, that's really what we're doing. We've just spent that, I hate when that happens. We spent that entire time just kind of revitalizing our nation. I gave a reasonable amount of control to the AI to actually open and close buildings, because there's just so many buildings in our nation, and honestly so many of them are not profitable. So I've actually given the AI open and close building privileges, because yeah, like I said, it was getting crazy just trying to figure out. So many buildings were unprofitable because we don't have the staff, we don't have the education. We were having issues where most of our cities from our conquests were just full of, unpaid labourers, should we say. And they were not promoting, but they also weren't working because they weren't able to fill any of the roles that I had open. And it was just causing crazy issues for me. So now that we've got this, that will allow me to then go on the offensive, which is quite nice. We've got the next age advance, which is age spawned, which is a little concerning, all things considered. I think I'm going to have to take the military for this as well. I'd quite like some of these, particularly speed of integration, to be honest, but I'm not sure if I can really afford to. Antagonism will be so good, and the army maintenance and just all the army buffs in general, combat speed, higher advisor. I didn't even know there was a cost for army morale. I'm honestly thinking just for the antagonism and the maintenance, to be honest, that I might need to take it. This is better. I think admin is better across most of the ages. This won't be relevant to me. I'm going to take this. We finally got the armories. Right, we fabricated a war goal on Kashmir, and the main reason is, other than we can, is that they have a resource more precious to us than gold and silver and food, because we have all of those. They have lumber, and they have 2 locations of lumber, and their allies have a bunch more. We are genuinely seriously lacking lumber. Like really lacking lumber. I don't know why that's purple. What's that? Oh, because it's lumber mills, I see. Yeah, we're lacking lumber big time. The things were going kind of well for me, and then this happened. I have no words for this, but they have a lot of levies, so things are going quite well. We moved our capital into India. We've started to build a standing army up, but yeah, we're gonna have to be prepared, I think, to fight an awfully big civil war. Alright guys, so this is where we're at. We're actually number 3 great power. I'm not really sure how. I certainly don't feel like it, but we do finally make a ton of money, most of which of course is coming from trade. I was making very little money, and then I just started spamming marketplaces because I've realized I hadn't been building them. They just slipped my mind. So I started spamming them, and now I make lots and lots of money. Actually, most of it's coming from my sound toll, which is kind of funny. I didn't realize that would be such a big source of income. We do have one big issue. Obviously, there is still a unified Delhi. They're actually now in a coalition against me, but they're the only ones who are mad. It's because I just killed Kashmir. I literally just finished the war. The only other thing is I've now got a semi-professional army. I'm still a little bit behind on technology. I'm actually not bothering with most of these techs because I'm going to save up to when Pike and Shot gets to me, or potentially banking. Might even pick up banking as soon as I can, because actually between these two there's some really good techs, to be fair. My biggest issue, Delhi, is the military hegemon. They have 14,000 regulars when fully reinforced. That is a bit absurd. I haven't actually looked at their economy yet, but if I look at it, they're not the richest nation I know. Oh wait, no, that's their pot. 481, they're not out of reach, actually. Only nearly double what I'm on. Only nearly double. That's not out of reach as far as I'm concerned. So that just happened. Chagatai have at least come to my aid, which is nice. 73,000 levies, or even the score somewhat. Let's get all these guys operative, and let's see how this goes. So I think I'm getting a bug. I don't know if it's part of this. don't think it is. I keep getting subjects annexed, and I don't know why. I'm not complaining. It's helpful. But why do my subjects keep disappearing? I'm not doing it manually, and every now and again a subject will just be annexed. Yeah, I don't know, but this subject here just got annexed literally mid-war. I don't understand. Alright, we successfully won against Delhi, this time grabbing war reps, which honestly should be a lot more than what I'm getting right now. 10% of their income is 50. That is crazy to think about. Okay, so they are paying for my entire economy right now, which is good, because they're going to pay for me to build more troops to come back and smash the living daylights out of them, and I am going to absolutely annihilate them. There's no patience left in my body. I can't do it. I'm gonna have to just completely destroy them all. That being said, some better placed forts might come in handy. But yeah, we're doing okay. We have overtaken Delhi in professional regiments, which is quite a big deal, especially since they just nerfed. I'm on the patch between the nerfing professional regiments and buffing professional regiments, and it's just before the patch 1.08, I think it is, where they're going to nerf centralization. So I'm playing the sweet spot. All right, I think I'm going to do this war against Delhi. Delhi are stronger than me on paper, but I honestly feel pretty confident that I can outmatch them this time. It's going to have to be a very careful war, but honestly, I feel alright about it. Like, I feel more confident than I should on paper, to be honest. Shouldn't feel confident attacking a vastly superior opponent. In an offensive war, obviously I have to make gains, so it is a bit of a gamble, but, you know, we have a +5 siege. Oh, and a 99. Oh, wow, this guy. Okay, Captain, if you win this, you can be governor of one of these cities, my dude. Okay, so things aren't going too bad for us. Honestly, things are not going too bad for us. I had to fully mentally lock in for a minute there. But basically, what is happening here is I have got such an overly ridiculous stack of cannons in my army that my casualty rate is just ridiculous. The thing is, these cannons aren't amazing at the time for combat. Anyway, they make a big difference on sieges, but for combat, they're not incredible. You know, they're super early cannons. But the thing is, there's so many of them, and they can do damage without taking damage. And that's just it. That's the secret. That's the whole secret. They are just ridiculous. There are simply so many cannons in my line that I'm doing insane casualties. I mean, one of my earlier battles, I'll probably show you the battle and then the result over here. I had to retreat because my morale was about to hit 0 and I wanted to take someone off another siege. But I had taken almost no casualties up until that point, and I was just chipping away at the enemy armies bit by bit. think I've gotten the most I possibly can out of this. In a minute, the game is going to force me to a piece, which honestly, not a feature I'm a fan of at all. I don't think the game should force you to peace. I know why they do it, at least I have a good theory. It's to stop people griefing in multiplayer and stuff like that, but I don't know. I don't like it. But that being said, I think I've got all I can. Unfortunately, I will literally be walking away with a single state only, which kind of sucks. I had a bit of issues here and there because Delhi just kept obviously spawning their entire army again, and the AI has this really good ability to dive bomb your sieging armies, and I don't know if it's just something that the AI is aware of or if they can purposefully do it or whatever, but every time they attack a sieging army they kill your cannons first. I don't know why, but they definitely do it intentionally, because they only ever they just dive bomb you knowing they're going to lose the battle. They'll just jump in, they lose the battle, and they know they're going to lose the battle because it's the AI, but they manage to kill all of your cannons in the fight. I don't understand why or how they do it. Honestly, I don't know why cannons aren't just by default in the back row unless there is no front row, because that's the way it worked in EU4. But yeah, I don't know. So I am going to have to accept a peace deal here. But you know what? First war won against Delhi. We know we can do it now. We know we can do it quite comfortably. We just need to keep the momentum up, basically. Keep growing. Keep technology going as well. Technology is going to be quite important. Pike and shot is going to get into Delhi before us. So we want to get it as early as we possibly can in order to maintain the advantage we have. Once we get the better cannons, it's going to be great. Alright guys, it's once again a new day. Day 3 of Timurid to Mughal's campaign. I need to kill Jampur because I've got like 130, I think, locations left to form the Mughal Hindustan. That's cool. Wait, I can literally just be India. That's kind of interesting. So we're going to go for that now. Right, let's gather up all our troops and let's go for it. Right, we finished off our war with Jampur. We've acquired this. I think we acquired these two and a little snake here. I can release one subject here, one subject here to feed the rest, and we'll go from there, I think. Okay, whoa, game. Let's slow down a second. So much spam from Portugal moving the line. I don't even know what that means. Delhi have just declared a war on me. It's not a coalition war. I know it is a coalition war, but no one's in it except Delhi. Okay. If that's what Delhi want, if Delhi want to throw hands, I actually was going to declare on Delhi anyway, so I just was dealing with this rebellion, but if Delhi want to fight now, then I'll fight now. That's fine by me. My army's never been better, sorry. I reckon that's probably why they've attacked me now, because I'm just getting stronger and stronger the longer they hold off on me. So it really is in their benefit to make the most of this opportunity. Unfortunately, I'm about to be forced into a white piece, which normally would be a good thing, because, you know, the situations where these sorts of white pieces get enforced is normally when you're losing, but actually, I'm winning quite well. I've somehow found my way into being military and diplomatic hegemon, so I could actually take quite a bit of land, but apparently not. 300 go. I need to attack them next time, because the war score cost for being the defender against the coalition is... It's definitely not the war goal I was trying to enforce, but yeah. It's really, really bad. The war goal is terrible. I need to be the attacker next time. They don't even have any allies, so... No reason not to be the attacker. They got no subject loyalty, so I could quite comfortably beat them. I was really hoping for taking more, but they forced me into a peace deal there. Right, we have the Sikh faith. Now this is an awesome idea. However, I am trying to do a somewhat historical Mughals, and I also don't know if this will prevent me from forming them, but both these modifiers are pretty cool from a religion. And also it's just kind of cool. What is this? Huh. Cool. Yeah, we're gonna go against it. But that's really cool. I mean, I know, at least in EU4, Sikhism gave incredible military bonuses. Alright, so Delhi has once again joined a coalition against me. I keep getting strung up by Delhi because every time they join a coalition, it's 150% war score cost to take provinces. So I need to attack Delhi as soon as possible. I'm not yet finished with Jampur, but I will be very, very soon. I'm building up to military hegemon again so that I can yoink that, get the extra war score cost, and do the peace deal I want. Once I have done that, I'm going to declare on Delhi. I'm going to just move my armies back as quick as possible and declare on Delhi. I'm even going to start. Right, I'm declaring war on Delhi. I'm not really in position to be declaring war on them, but I'm going to declare on them anyway. I need to get them dead at any cost. I got to get this done. I got to get moving. I mean, how long is too long? You know. Okay, we've got massive news. I got the Falconet. I've just beat Delhi to a pulp. This was a hard-fought war. Look at that, 129,000 casualties. 156 on their side though, so I'll take that. Half their subjects pieced out, even though when I offer them white peace, it says that I can't offer them peace separately. They offered me peace separately. So the other good news is, because I'm military hegemon now, as well as a few other upgrades, I can now take far, far more land, and my antagonism is really not that high. So what I really want to do is look at kind of completing off some of my borders. I guess not that. I think I'll do this, because this gives me Doab as well, Upper Doab. It's a good fort. I'm right next to Delhi. Obviously, Delhi is not their capital, but I'm right next to Delhi. Agra is this one here. I honestly think at this speed, two more wars with Delhi maybe, because this area here. So maybe one more to take this, and then a second one to take that and that. Hopefully, with any luck. Oh, actually, these two will be 3 wars. I'm gonna, just try and focus forward and get it done. We're still nearly 100 away. Okay, we're gonna annex Kashmir as well though, and we've got to kill Jampur. So honestly, not a bad result. No one can coalition me other than Delhi and Jampur, so that's fine because neither one of them should. Delhi might. Delhi's really bold, but alright, we've just declared another war on Jampur. Nearly forgot to press record. I went for my dinner, came back, almost forgot to start recording, but I didn't. That's the important bit. We are going to need every single province in the Hindustan region, aren't we? I don't like it when requirements are own everything, to be honest. Maybe that's just me. I know people have complained in the past that some formables are too easy to form, but I like formables to be a bit more of a journey after you form the nation, not just like a challenge to get to the nation. I like it to be like, right, I'm the nation, now what? But what the hell just happened? I don't understand how that's much more like it. That's the kind of battle I like. Got to re-siege everything, of course, naturally. I think we're going to go in for another big Delhi war. Oh no, I won't, because rebels. I've just had a run of really good kids, including my heir, who is a prodigy, so I've given him an expensive education, and it does look like it's starting to pay off. He's only 9 and he's 77 Diplo. Really looking forward to that. This guy had no kids, and his first 4 wives died. He's honestly had about 7 or 8 wives, because the first bunch all died. But now he's suddenly started having loads of kids, and they're all pretty good. And once I got my diplomat, war with Delhi. I've not even got my manpower back, but to be honest, just whatever. We are about to usher in a golden age. New emperor, the prodigy himself. He's almost as good as Timur was when Timur took the throne. He is Timur the Third. I didn't name him that, which is even better. He is a 74, 177. Ironically, I would have rather these 2 stats over that one for this particular guy, but either way, that's brilliant. This guy is malevolent and greedy as a 13-year-old. Oh, I gave him the governorship, so he didn't get to properly educate, I don't think. Alright, we just finished our war with Delhi. We are still staggeringly far away, considering we've just lobotomized Delhi again. We are still over 60 provinces away. That being said, that doesn't account for Kashmir's annexation, which is going through. So actually, we're not doing too bad. 150,000 levies. We can't afford to move our armies back into home territory because we go into crippling debt from the cost of replenishing them. So we can't afford to have our troops in home territories for very long, if at all. But that's okay. I can live with that. Ironically, I'm fighting a two-front war. One side is my actual enemy and a rebellion, and the other side is just a bunch of allies of my enemy that I didn't really care to fight in the first place. What the what? I was just fighting a rebellion and Jampur just insta-annexed the land. What? That's such crap. That's actually such crap. When I'm further back, that's crap. I don't know why or how that happened, but I was winning that rebellion. I had the rebellion fully sieged. I was still sieging this province, but I had the rest sieged, and they just insta-annexed it. Basically, just like fully locked in, just doing war to war right now to try and get myself out of the hole that I created. Honestly, I'm enjoying it, but I am getting rebels all up the wazoo, so I need to secure myself. Never has gone wrong before. I'm just going to make sure that if these two guys are going to be angry forever, and this one probably will as well, that I just keep attacking them on a rotating truce. So I do need to attack Jampur before 1550, because that's when Delhi's truce ends. It's over. It's over. Delhi are in the coalition, which means I cannot do this war today. Which means a fourth day of the Timurid campaign, because I cannot push through this coalition. I mean I can, but it's probably going to cost me my sanity. And I'm going to need to take 50 provinces from a coalition, which is going to absolutely result in a bigger coalition. Starting to regret saying I wish this game was slower than EuV4, because I think the devs heard my dreams and was like, yeah, careful what you wish for, mate. Didn't mean to be all caps there, that wasn't that was not intended to be an aggressive type right there. Okay, so it's day 4 of the Timurid campaign, and I came back to this. This isn't how I left it. I have had obviously some time play since sitting back down before I pressed record, and I was gonna just not start recording until I actually got to a bit where something was gonna actually happen, but that's not gonna happen now because this Timurid. So this coalition fired. I gave up the Inuits' land. Why did I give up that? So I pieced out. This is what happened. I asked for suggested. They wanted Inuits' land. I was like, fine, I'll release Inuits. No big deal. I also had to pay war reps, which sucks, but that's gone now. So economy is back alive. But I thought it's better than losing anything important. The Inuits' land is just dead land for me. Yes, I have it cored, so I do have a base level of control. Like I said, when I took it, like it's worth having for that base level of control when I have no economy and no control. Now I actually have enough land here to be really strong. I'm honestly thinking once I put down this rebellion, I'm just going to balkanize this because I really do not want to fight over here. So I think I'm going to give most of this to subjects, to be honest. I really don't want to deal with it. I was waiting for the truce to end with Jampur and Delhi so that I could attack them again, because it was just those two in a coalition. And then the rebellion happened and I had to get my levies up to fight it. So when the truce ended, they joined the coalition again. There's nothing I could do. I couldn't declare war on them. I did fabricate a claim, but I couldn't declare war on them. So basically, I'll see you guys in about 5 hours when this coalition is gone. Or I'll see you in about 10 minutes when they declare on me. We'll see what happens.
One eternity later.
Alright guys, just a little bit of an update. I am well and truly diplomatic military hegemon as well now. So I am just building up. I've made an army that I can split and put in 2 separate stacks and hopefully do tons of damage. The coalition is still there, but they're never going to leave. However, Jampur are very close to leaving. I've actually been consistently exploiting my Diplo hegemon to influence them. So their opinion of me has been climbing steadily, and also I have loads of favors with them, funnily enough, because that's one of the other things influence does. It doesn't seem to cost anything, so that's good. Our economy is getting back on the right tracks finally. I'm actually gonna boost up stab spending because our economy is finally getting back on the tracks. I can even drop ports. So yeah, we're in a really good place. These leeches. We're in a really good place. I'm still getting the random subjects bug. I say it's a bug. It's probably not a bug. It's probably some sort of feature. I don't know where it is. But so I had a subject down here that got annexed, and I can't be asked to keep remaking them. But they just randomly annex subjects, which is kind of annoying because I want to just ditch Persia now because it's spiking my base tax, but I'm not getting the tax from it. So it's spiking my expenses but not helping my incoming, whereas just this bit of land alone has made me stupidly rich. So yeah, that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm just 5 speeding. Time is getting on. We're also really close to actually catching up on the institutions. The next institution is another 50 years away, 60 years, and we can actually embrace this one, and we're getting there for artillery as well. So we really are catching up. We've got the institution cabinet. I just lost my rank 1 for a second there. Damn. We've got the institution cabinet member somewhere here. I don't know which one. There we go. So that's helpful. And yeah, we're nearly integrated all of our lands as well. Still doing it, but getting there very slowly, unfortunately. But we're getting there. We're also assimilating some of these cultures to make more Punjabi, so I can get more cores, so I can spread. So yeah, control is looking really good. Like I say, army size, everything, all looking really healthy at the moment. Okay, we've successfully, we've achieved it. We've actually achieved it. I'm in the process of upgrading all my roads to paved roads, so my control goes through the roof. But otherwise, we've actually achieved it. The coalition, well, for a millisecond was disbanded because Jaunpur have officially left, which means it's wartime. Chagatai would join. It says we're weaker. I know that's crap. We're no longer drilling. That's good news. They've lost all their drill though. That's a shame. But you know, such is life. I say let's just go ahead and do it. Finally, the moment has come. Timur III, the legendary man himself, almost as iconic as Timur I. And so, as it always happens, couldn't live out to see his greatest victory, which is very sad. Although we've just been given the chance to move our capital to Delhi, and although every time we do it, we regret it because, you know, it hurts us in the short term. In the long run, again, Delhi will be the better city. Problem is, I've spent so much investing in these road networks. So yeah, that's going to be a bit rough, but I don't know, maybe I'll leave it here for now. Guys, now that I think about it, where is this one? Where are you? Oh, there. That's not a bad spot. You're on the river. That's not a bad spot. Not even the capital of its area, though. I don't know. I mean, what's got more pop? So Delhi's 340,000 people. My current capital is 354. Do you know what? I'm going to leave it where it is for now, and I'll move it maybe later. Ooh, that was a nasty battle. Holy mother, that was a nasty battle. Alright guys, we're in the final stretch. We are there. I'm just gathering my men up in Agra. Right now they're there. We're going to do this, which will result in Delhi and Jaunpur getting a little bit wound up. 16 provinces to me. So I have 16 left. Right. The final war. I'm gonna obviously support my economy further and things like that, but I'm not gonna worry too much about integrating these for now. I might continue this campaign. I've actually really enjoyed it, so you know, if you guys do want to see me continue this, please do hit that like button, consider subscribing, and let me know in the comments and all that lovely stuff, and then I'll very much consider continuing this because I have had a lot of fun with it, but it has been a very long campaign. This has actually been my longest campaign in EU5 to date. I've wanted to save 1600 and plus campaigns for specific special campaigns, so I've not done any past like the 1450s. So this has been my longest EU5 campaign to date. So yeah, I've really enjoyed it though. So if you would like to see more, please do, do let me know, and I can look into that. Absolute possibility I can look into that. Good lord, how did I even come close in that battle? To be honest, I don't. Anyway, I guess cannons. Oh, it's time. What do you want? Let's see what they want real quick. That's a big coalition. Wait, before I call them in, well, I'll call them, but before I need to rush straight that to fort, the double fort of Tibet. You gotta be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Tibet has 2 provinces in India and they're both forts. They want gold off me, bastards. 250,000 levies. So now all of China knows I'm here.
Now all of China knows you're here. Perfect.
Oh dear. We are quite successfully. I'm going to slow it down now just so I can actually talk and still compute. But we have been up until this point quite successfully waging a winter war in the mountains against Tibet. Honestly, sometimes I amaze even myself. Actually, let's not do that. You can go up there. Can you get there? You can get there somehow. Well, maybe not in the snow. Maybe not in the winter. We'll wait till winter's over. Luckily, I'm on the capital already, and I have food. And I have lots and lots of cannons. I also got the cannon upgrade for artillery versus fort. I have way more cannons than I need. So I've been overstacking really heavily for sieges. Now I've got the extra +1. There's a little bit more value out of it. What the hell are you doing down here, kid? Chase them. I'm also going to enter from the top. This really reminds me of I've only played Ambenar once, okay? So I'm not claiming to be some big fan, but I really enjoyed it. And the one time I did play it, I played as a dwarf. And this is really reminding me of going through the mountain caverns in a really cool way. Obviously, I'm not underground here, but still in a really cool way. I'm enjoying this. What's it going to take to get you to give me these? It's only -1. But I will need the 10 war score. Right. Yuan will take a white piece. That means it's 1v1. Oh, it's not even 1v1, is it? Are they subjects or are they allies? Got 1 ally and it was the Yuan, so they're subjects. Okay. Well, that evens the odds a little bit, doesn't it? There we go. I'd love to seize this, but Numbnuts took it. So what I'm going to do instead is liberate. I like that in this game, whoever has the biggest army can overtake the siege. My ally got to this siege first, but I just arrived with a bigger army and took the siege, which was nice. There's that. Let's get our exiled armies back. Let them officially exile and then send them home. You see that pop up? I know you see that pop up, guys. I see that pop up, don't you worry. The moment of truth. Is the achievement really bugged? Or does it work? I can confirm I am a direct line. Before I do anything, I'm going to allow my troops to run back home. I can confirm, here's my guy. I am a direct line to Timurid, the man himself. What a dude. I have played as him. Can confirm all is correct in that regard. Let's get my armies back. A little bit of lag, I know, but it's because I've got the tick speed on. I'd rather the time of the game go faster than my frames be, you know, immaculate. I don't like looking at bad frames. It certainly makes it a bit tricky to play at times as well. But again, like I said, I would just much rather actually get through some time in the game without... Oh, rebellion. Right. Let's disband all our levies. I know my allies in a war, but realistically I got bigger fish to fry. I clicked the wrong one because I'm at war. What a boob. Right, let's do this. We're gonna reorganize. I'm gonna reorganize all my armies again once. Well, if I continue anyway. After I stop recording, I think I might just do it for my own entertainment. Anyway. Boom. No achievement. No. No way. No way. No way. Form the Mughal Empire, having had Timur as the ruler. There it is. There it is. I am him. The greatest of all time, lads. I can't believe it. We did it, guys. We did it. I love that colour. That Mughal green. That flag, wonderful. The sun on a is that a lion? The sun on a lion. Nothing represents me more than the sun on a lion, to be honest. Guys, thank you very, very much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, I've been recording this video for probably about 24 hours now. Obviously not 24 hours in one go, but I would very, very much appreciate if you give this video a like and comment and subscribe if you did enjoy, to be able to see more, because this video is probably going to be about an hour long, and yeah, I've had a lot of fun making it, but it's probably my most ambitious video in quite some time. So if you did enjoy it, please do let me know. I'd very, very much appreciate it. Thanks very much, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.